Kia ora everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today I have another part of my complete collection tour. This is a bit of a smaller selection of books for what I have categorized in. And it's a little bit of an odd collection, but it worked in my brain. So today we're going to be going through what I call the architectural books. These are more like city focused books. Yeah, it's a bit of a smaller collection, and honestly, there's probably more books that kind of fit into this architectural pile, but I know these ones kind of work together as a group. So it's a bit of a smaller one, so this will be a bit of a quicker video, but I think there's a lot of really gorgeous pages to show you in here. So this complete collection tour is a series that I do every year, and if you want to check out not only the other parts of the series but also previous years versions of this video, be sure to check that playlist down below. I have everything listed in there. I have no idea what part this is for 2025 at this point. I have filmed so many of these, but yeah, hopefully you all are enjoying it. So the first one I have is Vertical Worlds by Abi Darker. This is a really neat, very detailed book, but yeah, every page is basically a whole scene. And yeah, very tiny details, but very cool. And I have of course done the aquarium page because I freaking love sea creatures. And yeah, this one was a lot of fun to do. I had a lot of fun just playing around with different things because this is single-sided. So it's like, let's just try all sorts of stuff. So I did gouache in the background, and it was a very cheap gouache, so it didn't go down particularly fantastically, but we tried. And then I used distress inks for the background of the whole aquarium. I used Posca paint pens and a bunch of Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners and water-based markers to colour in all our creatures. And there are actually a couple of hidden mermaids that I drew in, but because I used water-based markers on the distress ink background, which is water-based, they kind of interacted and disappeared. So there's like the slightest little ghosting of one up here. And I know I drew one around here, and I cannot for the life of me find where I hid this one. So yeah, there were secret mermaids hidden in here. As I said, you can see the tiny remains of that one there, but I kind of like it, like just hidden little surprise mermaids. And every once in a while, if I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I drew one there. I cannot remember everywhere I hid a mermaid on this page. But yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun, and really quite a neat book. So that is Vertical Worlds by Abi Darker. And then I have To the Ends of the Earth and Back Again, which, if you haven't seen this book, is one continual coloring book. Like the pages carry on across. So I can't show you the whole thing because my camera could literally not. But yeah, it carries on all the way across and basically goes all the way around the world. And there's even a New Zealand section. Where they actually have some Māori. It looks like they've got a waka, and they've mentioned on here there's a Māori stingray. So there's definitely a New Zealand section, which I'm really excited to get to. I have not started this one yet. It is something that I would like to get to, maybe starting in 2025. I have one other book that is like this that I am trying to work on first, just because that one's a bit smaller and easier to complete. This one's a lot of detail, but you also don't have to color the sky because they do color the sky for you, and it gradually gets darker as you go through the page. Yeah, here's the New Zealand section. Very cool. But yeah, it goes all around the world. and just features little bits from all over the place and it's really neat. It's also illustrated by Good Wives and Warriors. I have two that are by Lizzie Mary Cullen. So Magical Christmas maybe isn't as architecturally focused as the Magical City. However, I just felt like it kind of fit in here. There's still a lot of architectural focus because there are scenes set, like this one is the German Christmas markets, for example. So there are, you know, scenes based in different areas. This is like it's Australia in Christmas. So yeah, I do really like her work. I find it really quite interesting. And I have done one in the Magical Christmas, which is, of course, a Christmas in New Zealand, a Kiwi Christmas, because, of course, I'm going to start with the Kiwi Christmas page. And it is done with Inktense. There is a little bit of Posca and some Mod Podge Extreme glitter. And then I think I used like a Faber-Castell brush pen to just fill in this background as well because I really wanted this border in black. And yeah, I really, really love how this came together. It's just bright and colourful and summery and very much how I see New Zealand. I was really wanted to do Pahutakawa tree here because this stemmy looking flower looks like a Pahutakawa to me. So this is called New Zealand's Christmas tree because they flower right around Christmas time and they're these beautiful green trees with bright red flowers and they're just very much associated with Christmas. In fact, I have several right outside my window and they're really, really pretty, if not sneezy. But yeah, that is the Magical Christmas by Lizzie Mary Cullen. And then I also have the Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen. So this one I did purchase second hand, and I think there were some, yeah, there's some pages that have been started, so I might be able to take an eraser to remove that though. This one is so neat. Like, yeah, I got this just because I found it secondhand locally really cheaply, and I was like, okay, it's kind of interesting. I'll get it to try. Here, there was another one that was started. And then for ages, I was like, I don't know how to approach this book. And so I ended up following a tutorial by Peter Hewitt. I don't often follow color alongs, but I just wasn't sure how to start in the book. So I thought it was a really good idea to follow a color along and understand how other people break down this book. And I'm so glad I did because not only do I love this page and I got some fabulous blending combos for Inktense, but I really enjoyed how it came together. And I was like, okay, I get it. I get why this is cool. So yeah, I do want to do some more in here. I didn't do all the white gel work that they usually do on top, like they add a bunch of dots and stuff like that. I was actually just really happy with it being the Inktense. I did add in glitter though, because you know, me and glitter. But yeah, I really do like how this came together. And so I do want to do some more in here. Like I said, I've got a few pages that I'll need to figure out how to clean up or rescue, but there's enough in here to keep me going for a while anyway. So that is the Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen. And then the last two that I have in this sort of architectural focus is Rita Berman. Now, in theory, these aren't, again, all architectural, but because there's such a focus on travel, I was like, no, this kind of works in this category. So yeah, I only have the two Rita Bermans. Both of these were gifts, and I am so, so grateful for them because I had always wanted to colour Rita Berman and hadn't been able to justify the cost of getting a book in. And then I was gifted both of these books, and oh, I love them. I love them. So I just have to be careful because there's a couple of Jan pages in Europa, so make sure we don't show those because that is this month's. So I have this one here. This one is an assortment of various things. I mean, Polychromos, Pablo, and pencils, these Faber-Castell classic color in the pastel range, these Faber-Castell black pencils. There is various metallic and glitter gel pens and Posca pens, these stickles. It's a real hodgepodge of different bits and pieces, but I really enjoyed that one. Like, it took a while. It was a good one just to work on a little bit at a time and then move on to something else. It took a while to do all those little elements, but I love the overall look of the page. And then I have this one here. So in this one I used Inktense to do all the background and then shaded with Polychromos. There's a bit of Posca as well and stickles. And then I was really pleased with this town here. So I used Inktense, but I also used the white Inktense pencil, which I don't often use, and use that to create this sort of painted, faded look. And I did kind of keep it neutral. I was thinking that I should probably wait until I do this page and then I could like make them match, but I feel like this I'm going to want to do in the more rainbow colored background than the actual like how I did the town here, because it's the same town. This is just a simpler illustration. So yeah, I may just deviate from that and focus more on keeping the rainbow going across, because I love the rainbow. Yeah, I think the only other one in there is another this month one, so that one we don't show. So that is Mein Reach durch Europa. I'm probably butchering that, and I do apologize. And then the other one I have is My Journey Through Asia, which I love. I want to do this whole book. So cute. Just suits so much bright colors. So I have this one here, which are Kokeshi dolls. And this one I colored each of the dolls themed around a fruit. So we have kiwi fruit, we have blackberry, we have lemon, we have dragon fruit, we have watermelon, mango, and blueberry. And then each of the dolls is holding another fruit's accessory, like dragon fruit is holding blackberry's purse, kiwi has dragon fruit's fan, and watermelon's umbrella. So just keeping those across the page. I had so much fun with this page. It was definitely a really fun page to colour. So I used Prismacolor pencils, and then there is a few different gel pens, some glitter gel pens, some metallic gel pens. I think there's also some Posca. There's probably Posca in there, knowing me. No direct glitter because they're glitter gel pens. And then for the background I actually used Inktense. I watered down some Inktense and spread that out. I forgot to show you a page in Europa. Sorry, I just remembered because I used that to fill in the background. So I'm sure there's more I've done in Europa. Sure it's in Europa. Where is the Brick and Flowers page? Because it's in the London section. Yeah, because it was the same technique that I used on here. Rude. Sorry about that. Going back to this one. So in Europa, I've also done these two. So this one uses Pablo colored pencils and then metallic gel pens, a little bit of stickles, and then the Inktense, which I did in the background. So both of these backgrounds were done by actually sharpening my Inktense and holding onto the shavings and turning that into watercolor, which I spread out. And I wanted to keep the colors consistent across the two pages, but mix it up a little bit. So it is the exact same palette across both pages, just placed in different ways. Yeah, I'll see if the little bit of sparkle. Yeah, it's like, I'm sure there's more I've done in Europa. And then back to Asia, so yeah. And now I'm like, I don't actually think I've done any more in Asia. I should keep this one out to do more in this month. Yeah, I've done a few more in Europa than I have in Asia, so I need to show this one some more love too. But yeah, I really love how this one worked out. This one's so cute. I could say it's my favorite in the book because currently it's the only one in the book, but also I think it would be my favorite for a while. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous book. And of course, it's my journey through Asia, and I've been learning Japanese. So the Japan section, of course, is super, super intriguing to me. I would love to visit Japan someday. Love, love, love to. Maybe one day. So many gorgeous pages. Anyway, we're not here for a flip through. And yeah, so that is all my sort of architectural, landscape, travel, town. Does it make sense as a category? Maybe. I don't know. It felt like a category in itself, and it was a way to not just dump these into the I don't know category. So yeah, it's a bit of a quicker one today, but I hope you enjoyed the flip through of my books. Let me know down below what your favorite page was, and is there something else that should belong in this collection? Can you think of a better title than me? Maybe I'll think of a better one later on. But yeah, thank you so, so much for watching. All the aroha to you. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.